Hello, hello, this is Lolly. I recently got these, I think they're called inventory tags to put in my shop, my Etsy shop, because I wanted to use them for arts to make tags and I wanted to use them in my junk journals. And they come pre-strung, which it's easy to take the string off. I like these a lot. They are actually two parts, so it's perforated here and you can take the bottom stub off if you want. Of course, I'm going to leave them as they are. They are actually in centimeters. They're 6 by 12 centimeters, which is roughly a little under 2.5 by a little under 5 inches. So what I wanted to do, though, is I wanted to put these in my junk journal this way and not just in a pocket. I wanted to put them in there. So I'm going back to a method that I already showed you on how to use cards and envelopes without folding them in half, and that's that I'm going to put a hinge in between my my tags. So what I did was I took 4 of them and I've already decorated them up, and I will show you a little more closely what I've done. I had this pad that I got from Tuesday Morning called Albums Made Easy, and it's by We Are Memory Keepers, and it's just, oops, excuse me, it's a bunch of little tags in there. And so I've been cutting those up mostly and using them to decorate, and little flags and rubber stamps that I already have on hand. I decided I better decorate first because if I used anything like staples or sewing, which I did stitch right there. There we go. I did stitch on that one. And so I figured I better do that first before I go and do all the gluing. So there's that one. This is Life is One Big Ride. And also you can see that I did zigzag stitching on that one as well and glued a metal embellishment on the top. And this is an old rubber stamp that I have that says, "This is an individually crafted work of art. Any smudges, splotches, or other irregularities are intentional and do not diminish the quality of this piece in any way." It's very adorable, and I'm, like I said, it's been in my stash for years and years. And then this one here, and I just glued this this metal clock embellishment over the hole that was already there. Let me get focused again here. There we go. So I wanted to get those all decorated first, and I made a hinge that is 4 inches tall by 2 inches wide, and then I scored it an inch down the middle, and I'm going to sandwich 2 on either side of one hinge and 2 on the other, and that will go into my junk journal like that. So let's use this is the Scotch Tacky Scotch Tacky Glue, which also used to be called Scotch Quick Dry Adhesive. It's the same thing. You'll notice my lid is pink. I spray painted it. Oh man, I spray painted it with some hot pink spray because I can never find this on my table when it falls off my lid. So anyway, it's really helped me to find it. So I'm going to goop this out there. So I'm going to glue the tab, and I'm going to put my first one on here all the way up to, but not touching the actual fold, because I want to give it room to bend. Okay, if that makes sense. I don't want it right on the fold. See if I can back that up even a little bit. Scotch Tacky Glue does tend to dry pretty quickly. So I may have 1/8 of an inch, no, not 1/8, but a couple millimeters. Let's see. I'd say about 1.5 to 2 millimeters between the card, the tag, and the fold right there. Now let's get that other one going. Okay, and let's put this one there. I figured once I got these on, I could put the strings back in as well if I wanted. I'm not going to put strings in there because I think this is a really cute embellishment as it is. Okay, I'm going to turn it over, and now I'm going to glue the entire back here. There's my stitching right there, so I'm kind of glad that I did the stitching first. And I'm just lining that up with the card that's right underneath it. And this one, same thing, go the entire card. A little extra on that stitching right there. Turn that over. Give it a little extra push right there on the very middle of the hinge area. I didn't get it lined up perfectly, but still going to be really, really cute. So normally I would let this set for, you know, maybe 5-10 minutes before I pick it up and play with it. But just to show you, so I have this signature here, and I haven't attached anything yet. I haven't sewed it together. For instance, I could take this out, put that in there, and keep on going like this, and then that's going to be one of my pages in my signature. Now, because I see that this is pretty chunky, and it's not giving me the freedom to move this as much as I would like, so most likely I'm going to put this really close to the center on this one. You know, that's where it was going to work best for me. If you want this to have more chunky papers in the middle of it, make sure when you put these on the hinge that you put them farther out away from each other on the center of that hinge, if that makes sense. But I love that look. I think it's very cute, and I hope that inspires you to try some. And again, these are called inventory tags. I do have some in my shop. You will notice that I don't have my Etsy shop set up for international purchases, and the reason for that, as you are aware, is the shipping. And I realize you would be the one paying for the shipping, not me, but it is excessive, and it just keeps climbing higher and higher. So what I do is, if you are ever interested in something in my shop and you are international, just email me or message me through Etsy. And if you give me your address, I can put in the weight of the product you're interested in and tell you how much the shipping will be. Generally, it's about $13.75 and goes up from there. And that's for something very light. So I just know it's very, most people are not willing to pay that price. So anyway, there it is. I love the way it turned out. And as you can see, now that I've glued these two together, I put a string through there, and I think it's really cute. I also want to show you really quick what I'm using to glue this on. You know, I've been an E6000 lover for, oh, I can't even tell you how many years. Over 20 years. I mean, in the 80s, I was using this to make jewelry. And this I am discovering now as Beacon Power Tack. So far, I'm very impressed. And you'll be hearing more about this from me. I just got this one at Joann's, I think. It was the same price, but for like 25% more than this one. It dries faster, has way less odor, so there's plus, plus, and plus. I mean, it's like a win-win situation so far. Really impressed. Thank you so much for watching, and for giving a thumbs up to this video, and for subscribing to my channel so that you can see more of what I am making. Thank you so much.